everybody, Shawn Tubbs here. Welcome to my studio. I'm coming at you with a new product from Nordstrand guitars. It's his NVT 3 Telecaster pickups. Got the guitar here. This is actually Kerry's personal Telecaster that he built and installed the pickups in. So he sent it down to me to give it a run through and check it out. The pickups sound fabulous. They're based on Alnico 3 magnets. I'm not as familiar with 3s. I've heard a lot of 2s and I've heard a lot of 5s. He's using Alnico 3 magnets just to kind of capture a more true vintage spec. There's actually some controversy as to what magnets were done back in the day, I guess in the 50s, whether it was an actual Alnico 2 or whether it was a 3. You can actually go to Kerry's site, and I think there's a video of him actually talking about that a little bit. These are slightly lower output pickups. They're not super hot, but they're not so low in output that like a bridge position could become unusable or really shrill or kind of just sharp in the top end. They're very smooth. The neck position pickup sounds fabulous. They're real balanced from bridge to neck, which is nice. So yeah, without further ado, let's check into these pickups and see what you guys think. Okay, let's get started with these Nordstrand NVT 3 pickups. I'm going to be using Kerry's personal guitar as his Telecaster. It's wonderful. And I'm going to use a Jackson Ampworks Brit 30 or Britain 30. You can kind of probably hear the little fan in the background humming along. It's a really nice kind of AC30 style amplifier that I thought paired really well with these pickups. So yeah, let's just listen to the, let's start with the neck position first and just kind of get an idea of how that sounds. I was most impressed with that pickup. I mean, both pickups sound great, but I was really surprised at the clarity. Usually for me with a Telecaster, I can find a bridge pickup that I dig, but I really struggle finding neck position tones that are good. They're usually just too dark or too muddy up against the bridge position. Once you get kind of a tone dialed in for the bridge position, you go to your neck and it's too dark. And it is interesting too with this pickup being a Alnico 3 magnet. I would expect it to be a bit darker, but it's really not. It's pretty complex, and there's a definite warmth that comes from that that magnet. But at the same time, the top end is pretty sweet. So yeah, really sweet characteristic in the top end. Really impressed with it. It feels great too. It's got a nice kind of just slight compression to it. And then it does work well with a stomp box. I can turn on kind of a low gain setting with this little Archer pedal from Rocket Pedals. So it works really great for that. Let's go ahead and try out the middle position now. When I do middle position tones on a Telecaster, normally in a session, I like to use it more for kind of my chordal stuff or even the arpeggiated stuff. So maybe, you know, a little bit of delay and trem. So a really clear tone. It seems to pair well with the bridge. And then of course you can do the kind of more funky stuff. Or, you know, you can use it, I like it for kind of the, I'm not like a blues player per se, but I like it for that kind of stuff, especially if you turn on kind of a drive box. I'll just turn on the archer pedal again. Great for that. These are certainly, to me, they're lower output pickups. I think they're ranging, I think the neck is under 6, it's like a 5/8. And I think the bridge is well under 7 at like a 6.5. So they're fairly low output pickups. But that's why you also have the clarity, especially in that center. And then the neck. When you get into real hot pickups, then you're, especially on the bridge side, you're kind of leaning into more of a P90 kind of thing, which in and of itself is very cool. But this, I think, lends itself to more of a true kind of vintage Telecaster sound. And with that, let's take a listen to the bridge. So you can hear right away that it's definitely it's a very clear, kind of brighter Tele bridge tone, but not overly so. There's a little bit of that nasal characteristic that you hear in a low output vintage Telecaster bridge, but as I said, not overly so. I think it sounds really, really nice. So really sweet sounding, and you know, just going from the back position to the front position real quick. Pretty balanced. I'm not finding that I have to really struggle to go back and forth. And real quick, I'll turn on a gain box. And once again, I don't want to turn this into a stomp box demo, but just to give you an idea, I'll just turn on the archer pedal, and I haven't touched anything. I've just been turning it on and off without changing anything, so you can just kind of hear what's happening for just low gain sound. So I think it does nicely with stomp boxes. I mean, any good single coil pickup is going to do fine. Now when you get into way higher gain settings, you're going to run into the typical noise things, and you know, you got to find that box that fits perfectly, or that amp that's set to high gain that's going to work if you're kind of more of a high gain tele player. But overall, it pairs really nicely with an overdrive box. So that's pretty much it, man. These are good sounding pickups. And this is a really nice Telecaster. I don't know how many of these Carrie's made as of yet. Like I said, this one is his personal guitar, and I believe it's a bound alder body. and Madagascar rosewood fretboard, maple neck, and the feel of the neck is fabulous. I mean, I wouldn't change a thing about this neck. So he's definitely well on his way with these Telecasters. So man, if you have any questions about the specs on these pickups or his instruments in general, go to his website, and I'll go ahead and post a link there so you can check it out and get in touch with him, and I'm sure he'll answer any questions you guys may have. So man, thanks so much as always for coming in and checking out what I've got going, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next installment.